Hi, this is How You Want to Be a Journalist, and today we are talking about rejection resilience. We've all been there, applying for millions and millions of jobs and not hearing back, or if you do hear back, making it to the final stage and then being told that they gave the job to someone else. It can be really disheartening when this is happening to you time and time again for months on end. But here are some ways to stay motivated through that hellish experience. Although it might seem like the end of the world, those job roles probably were not for you anyway. I got really desperate when I was applying for jobs last, so I was applying everywhere. I applied to do social media for a fitness company, and looking back, if I had got that job, I would be miserable. Not to say that you should chat shit about the publications that rejected you, but just choose to believe that they weren't the right positions for you. Which brings me on to my next point. It sounds super cheesy, but trust the process. Eventually you will get a job that is perfect for you, and you will be super thankful you have all of those millions of rejections from places where you didn't really want to work in the first place. One thing that might help if you're applying for everything and just not hearing back from anyone might be revisiting your CV and cover letter. There might just be like one tiny mistake and then you fix it and you're set. Maybe your CV just isn't really listing like the right things. Look at your CV and cover letters for just what could be improved, or maybe get someone else to make some suggestions. And if you went for a job and got all the way to the final stages before being rejected, you've at least had experience in the process. Interview experience especially is a really valuable thing to have. Think about how you could have maybe answered some questions differently, or just anything else you could have improved on. And if it's one of those rejections where they actually bothered to let you know, maybe ask for some feedback. It's always people making the hiring decisions that are going to have the best feedback about your application. Maybe there's something you were doing that you weren't even aware of that negatively impacted your chances of being hired. I don't know, but whoever reviewed your application might. And the biggest piece of advice I have is just to stick with it. Even if you take a break from applications for a little bit, just get back to it and stick with it, and eventually you'll hear back from somewhere. And I know because that's exactly what happened to me. If you have any tips for staying motivated or just general rejection resilience, leave them in the comments.